we acknowledge our abilities and limitations. Hello guys, welcome here. Join me in my life journey. Today, I want to share with you again some thoughts about our own ability and limitations. Yes, we live day by day without even thinking that we all have ability capable of doing something with our life. Of course, we have to set limitation. We have to control ourselves as well. Guys, again, this is not an easy share, and I am sharing this with you from my own life experiences, which just I acknowledge when I read this book. And of course, yes, I read this book and I am sharing this with you. We have to acknowledge that we all have abilities, and we have to acknowledge that we must set limitations in our life. It is very important, even though sometimes we don't like to put some limitations in our life because we want to live, free, easy life, enjoying life. Guys, to acknowledge our own abilities and limitations, we have to dig in again with our inner self and think what you are good at. What is your skills? What kind of ability you have, you are going to develop, and put that into business, put that into something that can lead you to a good life, that you can continue to fulfill your dreams in life. To acknowledge our own abilities, guys, it is always, being mentioned that we know how to plan, and we can plan things when we know how to write, when we know how to document things, writing it down. We have to acknowledge and embrace our own abilities, what we are good at, because you are born with it. As skills, you can learn. As skills, we need to, to practice again and again to master it. But an ability, guys, your ability, you are born with it. It is a gift. An ability is a gift, and you are born with it, and you are going to acknowledge it, embrace it, and try to make use of it. Develop that certain abilities and make use of it. Put it into action, what you are good at, what you have accomplish those things earlier in your life. You have to acknowledge it. You have to set words into your own abilities. By writing it down, it becomes easier for you to acknowledge that what abilities you are good at. And it is the same, guys, with limitations. We must acknowledge the abilities and limitations, because we must also set limitations of our desires. Of course, we love to put it into action, what we desire, what we want to do in our life. We have to put it into action because it is our wills, our desire, and it is an ambition. But we have to put limitation as well. To work with yourself, to be mindful always, to have a positive mental attitude, because it is easy to fall down into a negative mental attitude if you don't know how to set limitations with your own thoughts. It is very important that we can set limitations. I have to admit, guys, that I am not good of setting limitations with myself, because when I want to do something, I just want to do it, according to what I feel, according to the weather, according to what I like to do. But sometimes, guys, it is a must that we know how to put limitations in the things we have to accomplish, because we have to set the time. When is the right time you accomplish this thing? You have set the time, and you have to follow your feelings, you have to respect your feelings, and you have to embrace your own abilities. There's a saying, guys, that the sky is the limit. Yes, I hear that. The sky is the limit. That means you will work with your abilities. You have to practice your skills. You have to do something with yourself the best you can. Fulfill the things you want to do with your life. Yes, the sky is the limit. As long you have the energy, you have the knowledge, you have the capital to sit what you want to do, to sit into business, to what are the things you really want to accomplish in your life. It is very important that you can embrace all of it, your abilities, your limitations, because sometimes when we are negative and setting limitations with our mindset that no, I cannot make it, no, there is hindrances, there is always a no and buts. But we have to work with our buts. We have to work with our no by setting limitations with our mindset, by working not to fall down into a negative mental attitude. It is very important that we can practice that positive mentality all the time. And we can do that when we can acknowledge our limitations and our abilities. It works hand in hand, and it is about self-discipline, and it is about self-control, what you really want with your life. Guys, believe me, I am still working with myself, because many of us, no, I cannot do that, I don't have a talent. Really, each and every one of us born with a talent. That means also that you have a certain ability you are born with. So you have just to activate it, to work with it, acknowledge and embrace of it. It is in you. It is within you. So you have to work with yourself. You have to embrace who you are. And it goes all these things, guys. You know, when you love yourself, then you acknowledge who you are, what good you are into something, acknowledge that abilities within you and develop it into something, as well as the limitations. Yes, the sky is the limit. As long you have inspiration to keep on going what you want to go and to accomplish the thing you want to do, yes, there's no limit. Just keep on going, and it helps you a lot when you have the positive mental attitude. But limitations as well, guys. You have to set self-discipline. You have to limit yourself that no is a no and yes is a yes. Again, this is about working with yourself, and it's not easy, right? But when you know yourself, when you love yourself, therefore, love and happiness is very powerful. Why? Because it really helps us to develop our inner talents, our inner abilities. It helps us to develop when we love ourselves the most. Therefore, it is very important that we can love ourselves first before others. So guys, yes, again, working with ourselves, acknowledging our abilities. It is about knowing yourself first, loving who you are, embracing every moment of the things you are good at. You are good of cooking. You are good of writing. You must acknowledge all those good things you are good at. You are good in drawing or, designing, and everything must be embraced by you. You are the creator of all these things. So you have to acknowledge all those things and develop those abilities into something for your future to reach the goals and successes you want in your life. And remember to embrace the limitation as well. It is very important that we can keep on going without limitation, with a positive mental attitude, as well as it is very important that we can set limitations with ourselves. So guys, that is my share with you today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining me here in my life journey. I am forever grateful to each and every one of you supporting me here in my life journey. This is just a share, guys, an inspiration to keep us moving where we want to do. Remember, you can do a lot by embracing your own abilities, and limitations is not really a bad one. It is also a tool we can use in order to proceed to the next level of our life situation. We must also embrace as well the limitations. Set a limit by being firm with yourself. Discipline. Guys, this is Yundel. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening. It's still freezing here. The lake's still frozen. And I am very grateful to share with you the beauty of nature here in Norway, as you can see there. Thank you so much, guys. I love you all, and bye-bye.